How's everybody doing? My name is Mike, and we got my dog Roots hanging out on his place, and we also got Mr. Cash hanging out on his place. So today we got Cash is only 5 months old, so naturally we're dealing with potty training, with housebreaking. So one thing that happens with dogs is if they're free roaming your house and they're just walking around your home, that's going to trigger them, especially if they're not housebroken, to want to go to the bathroom. So the place bed is actually going to act as a threshold and a boundary for the dog and keep him in this area where he's not physically moving his body so much, and he's less likely to go to the bathroom in the home. So we want to start to eliminate the possibility of him going in the house, and that's the only way you're going to get the dog to start going outside in the grass. Once they start going in the house and they start doing that all the time, that's going to become a thing for them. So you want to stop that as soon as possible. One way of doing that is using thresholds. That is a huge part of training, meaning this bed is a threshold for the dog, his crate, the front door. And right now what I want to just show is I'm going to have my dog go back and forth to his crate and his bed, which would normally be a very exciting thing for this dog, which would be a very easy time for the dog to use the bathroom in the house. So this is just demonstrating how thresholds are going to help you potty train your dog and help the dog hold its urine inside. And he is wearing an e-collar as well, so to help reinforce what we're doing, if he actually goes to get off the bed, I'm going to give him a no and then a correction. We're going to mark his behavior with the no and follow it up with a correction. If he does good and stays on the bed, I'm also going to mark that with a good boy and give him some verbal or physical affection. All right, here we go. Okay, Roots. Place. I'm sorry, Den. Gave him the wrong command. Good place, good place. Roots, come. Place. Good boy, good place. Good place, good job, Cash. Good place, good boy. And so this acts like a crate without walls for him. And again, the e-collar is just to reinforce what we've already taught the dog with the leash. Now, if we allow the dog to not be on place and just kind of run around my dog and choose what to do, a lot of dominance and excitement is going to come out, which can definitely trigger the dog urinating. So this threshold of the place helps keep him still and keeps his mind still and keeps his body less excited. That's why when we want them to go, we walk them outside and we physically get them moving, and that's what's going to start to trigger the dog to use the restroom. So this is just one part of potty training. Okay, Roots. Den. Good boy, good place. Good job, buddy, good Den. Roots, come. Good boy. I'm doing that to give a little excitement. Place. Good boy, good job. Because that excitement can, of course, trigger this dog, so I want to make sure that he's going to hold that place position. Okay, Roots. Then, and you can see once he's done it a few times, he gets desensitized to it. Good boy, good place. Good place, buddy. Good job. And now that I know he's doing a good job with it, I can really give him some praise and let him know, hey, man, I like what you're doing. Good boy. Okay, Roots, come. I'm going to give a little more excitement. Good boy. Place. Good job, buddy. Good boy, Roots. Hey. But you see my timing? That's what's going to keep the dog on place, is my timing and effectiveness. He was going to get off a place, and the fact that I just warned him with a hey, I didn't give him an actual correction, I just warned him, that saved him from getting a correction. If the dog were to actually step off a place, that's when he would get a correction. All right, so this is how thresholds are going to help your dog with potty training. Right now you see Mr. Cash in the crate, and I'm going to leash him up while he's sitting. I wait for him to sit, and I'm then going to leash him up while he's in the crate. That's going to give me control for when he comes out of the crate. And he comes out of the crate when he's calm. Now, once he comes out of the crate, every threshold we want them to sit before going through. So the crate's one, and you're going to see another one, which is the front door. We require the dog to sit because it gives them a job. And in between those sits, you're going to see he's at my heel, which is another job for him. So I have him heel through the front door, and this keeps his mind in a job. Now, if I were to just let him kind of wander around wherever he wants on the leash, then he would be able to pee on the concrete or in the house. So that is why we give them a job and put them in a sit and in the heel. As you see me stop, you see the dog stops with me, and I give him some praise. That's why I give him a little pet. When I want him to move, I'm going to ask him to heel. So right now we're doing the bathroom command. So the grass is another threshold for the dog. So before the dog gets to enter the grass to go to the bathroom, we have them sit. That's going to calm him down for a second, and then we allow him to go in the grass. And the grass is where we want to mean one thing. We don't want them to play when they go in the grass. We want them to trigger to go to the bathroom. And as soon as he starts going in the grass, I give him a bunch of praise. And again, we're going from one job to another. The dog's going from being in the crate to being in a sit to heel to going to the bathroom to coming back to my heel and being in a sit. The point is the dog always has a job when he's with us. And using the leash, keeping him in those positions, helps him hold it until he gets to the grass. We bring him to a spot in the grass where I already know he's gone before, and that's going to help trigger him to go to the bathroom in that spot. Now, as I walk with him, the heel is actually a threshold for him. So when I'm walking, if he goes to pass in front of my feet, that's when I would give him a correction with a leash, which I would just give him a tug on the leash, and I would stop and then restart again. So again, the whole way we're walking, he has a threshold. When we're coming up to the doorway, the grass, his crate, and even his place bed, which you'll see at the end here, these are all thresholds. And the most important thing about the threshold is to have the dog sit beforehand and make sure they are calm, and then they can be allowed to enter into that threshold.